You guys like sit by yourself and sit
Right. How are you? You look so good. You look ready, Joe? You look beautiful. I think y'all would love that. How are you? So we just sit wherever we want.
Oh, is that me?
Oh, yeah, no, that was for you. That was for you. Hi, Nick. Hi. Hello. How are you? Yeah. Hi. What's up? Hey, nice to meet you. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi. How are you? Just in the I didn't know that. I'm glad that it's not just me. I'll end up sitting. Oh, I
Yeah.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Welcome. Can y'all hear okay?
Little high. A little closer to the mic.
Put it closer. Okay, perfect. Better. Good evening. Welcome to our AE pinning ceremony for the cohort 2020-2021. We're really excited to have you here. We're so happy we actually get to celebrate in person, even though, yes, it is a little warm out here. I apologize. There are waters and things over there if you need. As I said, welcome. I am Lauren Murphy. I am the foundation year coordinator. So I have been these I'm very privileged to have served in the role of kind of helping getting them from baby nurses to real RNs now. the ceremony will go, you've got the programs are available. So we're going to kind of work down that way. When it's time for the actual pinning, I will read the student's name. We're going to go top to bottom in alphabetical order. And so the student and whoever is pinning them will come up. You can stand here to kind of have a nice little photo op and then get pinned, and then you can return to your seat and we'll go to the next person. All right, so we'll get started. It is my honor to introduce Dean Steifbergen, who is our dean, who's going to give some remarks.
Are you getting nervous? I'm going to take out multiple pages. Can you hear? What? How's that? Okay?
That's great.
Get close. There we are. And I'm sure the sound is reverberating off the wonderful concrete here. Well, good evening, although it still seems like afternoon to me. I'm Alexis Steifbergen. I'm Dean of the School of Nursing, and I'm so pleased to welcome all of you here this evening to this very special pinning ceremony where we're recognizing our alternate entry master's students who completed what we call their foundation year. Have you heard that enough times? Like a million? This ceremony is unique in many ways. This is the first time that we have held a ceremony outdoors. And with deference to the warm weather, I shall be brief, or try to be as brief as I can possibly be. It's also unique in that this is the 31st cohort of our alternate entry master's program. And this is a cohort that I will remember forever because you were the bravest of all who chose, made a very thoughtful, conscious decision to enter this new profession, this new program. Many of you moved across the country. We had lots of time to discuss what you were going to do before you came. And you're, again, very special. We did this in a pandemic when it was even more of a challenge than usual. Students and family and friends, you know that the foundation year of the alternate entry master's program prepares our students for their upcoming clinical concentrations, but more importantly, to take and pass the NCLEX licensing exam to become a registered nurse. And we're here to recognize you this evening for this very significant accomplishment. The faculty and the staff, we all know how hard you've worked and persevered through some challenges that were even greater than the usual challenges our students experience. And your family and friends have been with you either physically or emotionally in support during that time. And I'm sure they know the effort that this has taken. As you students and others who are joining us tonight know, that this pinning ceremony is really just one plateau, and a very short plateau, on your journey to continue and complete your Master's of Science in Nursing. And you and your families can be very, very proud when that moment comes, when you receive your Master's of Science in Nursing degree and are graduating from one of the top-ranked schools of nursing in the country and one of the best universities, ranked 13th in the world. Now, what if my pages go away? Just break it up. So tonight, I think it's the best team. Originally, when the plans for that hospital were built, but tonight, as we celebrate your accomplishments, guys here? Right here? Okay. We're awarding you the pin of the University of tonight myself because I'm a graduate of this school. During these last 18 plus very challenging months, I've given a lot of thought to nursing pins and to where they came from and what they meant. And I want to share that briefly with you tonight. The tradition of the nursing pin is one that we wear. It originated at the Nightingale School of Nursing at St. Thomas Hospital in London back in the 1860s. And it was awarded to nurses as they completed their program. And it really has its history and its origins in military badges, because that's pretty much what nursing school is like, right? Military camp. And nurses wore their pins as recognition of their education and their training, as well as recognition of the service of society to society during times of great need, including those of war and epidemics, which sounds kind of familiar to today. Each school of nursing designed and awarded a customized pin, and so because of that, you should hopefully never find another pin that's exactly like yours. And most pins have a symbolic meaning that often represent the history of the nursing program or that school. So our pin, if you look at it, has the 5-point Texas star. It's the same star that's on the seal of the great state of Texas, as well as the academic shield from the University of Texas at Austin seal. And under the University of Texas, if you have good eyes, which I do not, you can see the Latin words quo ducat officium. Now, I wondered for years what these words meant, and finally I realized I have a younger brother, much younger, who has a PhD in classics and Greek and Latin, and I thought he could do some good to help us out, right? So I asked him, what do these words mean? And he translated them for me in modern English as wherever duty leads. Wherever duty leads seems especially meaningful given the heroic actions of nurses around the country that we have been witnessing for the last 18 months. Nurses who have courageously answered the call to make a difference in this pandemic. And you all have joined us in answering that call. Quo ducat officium. Wherever duty leads. Remember that. And as you walk in every day to our newly renovated entrance in the lobby to the School of Nursing, you will see the image of this pin that you received tonight. The image is inlaid in the terrazzo floor. And remember what these words mean, and they should never leave you. So students, we are so very proud of your achievements and accomplishments to date. We know that you will continue to excel in our master's program with energy and integrity, and you will complete your academic program, or I will personally haunt you. And you will serve as leaders in nursing in Texas and beyond. And I know that the quality of nursing and healthcare will be advanced as you use your leadership, critical thinking, and clinical judgment skills to serve society. We are so glad to congratulate you on reaching this milestone, and we look forward to celebrating again with you when you complete your Master's of Science in Nursing. So congratulations.
Thank you to Dean Steichbergen. And yes, I will be her Robin, I guess, to Batman, and hunting you down if you don't finish your MSN. So you all have to come back and graduate with us in a couple years. And so now we're going to have a faculty speaker. This is Professor Laura Swartz, who teaches the Adult Health Theory course in the summer, which was all so much fun, and in the fall.
All right, just to start off with something fun. Kidneys are? Yes. Okay. All right, first of all, a big round of applause for yourselves because you made it through. Next, an even bigger round of applause for your significant others who put up with you this past year. And now it's time for Professor Swartz's top 10 in no particular order. Number 1, look at the patient first. You're caring for people, not machines. And while you're at it, please give your patients as much autonomy as you reasonably can. They're scared, especially these days. They need to be able to make some choices. Number 2, trust your gut. That feeling in a nurse gut is equivalent to a change in level of consciousness in a patient. You need to figure out what's wrong, all right, and right away. It's gonna get better over time. Right now, you might not feel too great about it, but it will get better. Number 3, remember your prioritization Schwartz style. It's gonna kill you. It's gonna permanently maim you. It's really gonna bother you, and we can take care of it later, okay? Number 4, advocate for excellent, evidence-based care for patients. That's what they truly deserve. That's why we're here. Number 5, build up your nursing karma, okay? This includes treating your techs, this unit secretary, anybody else who's helping out very, very well. You never know when you're going to need them, all right? Number 6, treat upcoming nurses with kindness. You know what it feels like to be new. Remember. Number 7, advocate for good working conditions for nurses. You guys deserve to be well treated. Number 8, take care of yourself, including your relationships with significant others. Decide what's going to be a good nursing day for you. It's probably going to change. I always thought I was pretty successful if I could at least make all of my patients smile. Number 9, continue to educate yourself. After all, you're still in school. And number 10, be proud of yourselves. You've accomplished a lot in 1 year. Thank you very much.
Right, thank you, Professor Schwartz. And now we're going to hear from 2 of our students. First is going to be Ingrid Mason.
I'm really loud, so we don't have to worry about me being up here, right? Okay. Hello, my fellow AEs and RNs! Before I address the fellow members of my cohort, I want to give a huge shout out to all of the friends and family that are here today. If you're here, that most likely means that you are a huge part of our success. And I'm pretty sure that we couldn't have done any of it without you. From allowing us to manually check your blood pressure over and over again, and to being our subjects for our head-to-toe assessments, being filmed over and over. I see you guys shaking your head over and over again, to listening to our complaints, to listening to us cry, to encouraging us when we were on the verge of giving up. You have been our rocks. Thank you. And now on to the most important reason for me being here today, to address my beloved cohort. I'm incredibly honored to have been asked to give this speech, even though I'm nervous as hell. And if you know me, I'm probably gonna cry. As uncomfortable as I am standing up here, I felt like it was just part of this crazy journey that I decided to begin in my late 40s. We are a group of diverse and multi-talented people, many of us with careers in completely different worlds. Piano teacher, chef, special education teacher. The AE program exists to allow people like us to enter a new career, to get out of our comfort zone, to embark on a career that will allow us to be what one of my heroes, Mr. Rogers, would call the helpers in the world. I'm super shaky, y'all. All of that said, I don't think any of us knew what was truly in store for us during foundation year. I had heard horror stories about how difficult and time-consuming it would be. I'm going to take off my notes. All of those stories were true. And to add to all of that, we did it right in the middle of a pandemic. As someone who got her bachelor's degree before the internet was even a thing, I was even wary of how this was going to work. Enter our amazing faculty. The summer session started with so much uncertainty, both on the part of the students and on the faculty. I know how hard they worked to get us PPE, rework our schedules, learn how to use Zoom, creatively come up with ways for us to practice skills at home. I mean, whoever came up with that weird bedpan Foley catheter practice thingy deserves an award. And of course, unending emotional support. Dr. Horton, Sherpa to the cohort, thank you for getting us through the summer. Your inspiration and your positivity are infectious. Professor Murphy, Dula to the cohort, thank you for your encouragement and your insane organizational skills. Like, you really are a force of nature. We couldn't have birthed our errands without you. Professor Swartz, there she is, for making the hardest class ever fun, informative, and full of Swartzisms. From calcium calms to no sex until he can climb 2 flights of stairs. We all gained so much from you. Ask me how I know. And to all of our clinical skills and theory professors, thank you for passing your knowledge to the next generation of nurses. So as we all embark on our careers while getting our MSNs and NPs, I'm proud to say that I am a UTSON RN. Whether we're working with cardiac patients or psychiatric patients in an oncology or L&D department, we have been prepared for what comes next. We will always hear Nancy Reagan, RN, when drawing insulin. We might not always swab the vial for a full 15 seconds, but it'll be really close. RACE will forever come to the forefront of our minds when a patient decides to smoke a cigarette in his room and catches his bed off. And when it comes to antihypertensives, hopefully we'll always remember that Prills are Prills! ACE inhibitors. And sartans are ARBs. I would be remiss not to mention the care the faculty and our cohort gave to making sure that we're inclusive nurses and treat everyone with the same respect, no matter their race, religion, or sexual or gender identity. We are the next generation of healthcare, and our advanced degrees are going to put us in positions to make serious and much needed change. To quote Barack Obama, change will not come if we wait for some other person, some other time. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. We are the change that we seek. So let me end this whole thing by saying that I'm probably not alone in thinking that after this year, I have a new family, one that will listen to me with interest when I talk about the tiny vein that I had to try to put an IV in, or the 6-inch incision that was oozing purulent drainage, or the pitting edema on that cardiac patient. You guys are the reason I'm standing here. So everybody, look around this courtyard and remember that we did this together. Special shout out to Team B and the 7th Kansas crew. School starts this week. As we begin our graduate coursework, remember the most important thing that we have been taught ad nauseum throughout this entire year. Anybody? Self-care. Self-care. Let's kick this program's butt and be the change. Thank you, and I love you all.
Okay, thank you, Ingrid. And now we have our second student speaker. This is Vernon Edmondson.
Can you guys hear me? Yeah. Great. So that's a tough act to follow. Ingrid is amazing, but I'm going to do my best.
All right, you guys. So good afternoon, friends, families, partners, and loved ones. I'm truly honored to represent our cohort, one of the brightest, toughest, caringest, that's even a word, and remarkable group of people I have ever had the pleasure to work with. This is our final day of the foundation, our pinning day, the culmination of countless hours of hard work, and the moment we finally get to stand before you, not as lowly, creamsicle-clad nursing students, but as full-fledged registered nurses. Something that for all of us, I think, is safe to say is a dream come true. When Buki and Rachel asked me to do this, I asked them why. Surely I was not the faculty's first choice. And they told me, well, you were none of our first choice, but you're the only one who answered. One time as promised. And hoping desperately not to go over my allotted 5 minutes. As anyone who took Professor Simonton's class knows, it's damn near impossible. But here goes. All right. So only a few things, okay? So the thing that I think is most important to say today, from us, the students, to you, the people out there in the audience, or at home, or up above, and or beyond, is thank you. Without you, none of this would have been possible. I'd also like to thank especially our faculty at the School of Nursing. Toward the end of our last semester, Dr. Lynn and I had a conversation in which we talked about my development from day one to day last in foundation year. And what I wish I had known coming into foundation year, and what I might say to the incoming students of the next cohort. And as I stood there, all 6 feet of me, looking up to all 5 feet of her, I realized that what I wish I had known and come to appreciate earlier was just what good hands we actually were in. Over Zoom and here at the School of Nursing, our faculty pose as mild-mannered college professors and administrators. But in the hospitals and clinics, our faculty transform into the superheroes that we know they truly are. We could not have asked for a better set of role models, and we truly stand on the shoulders of giants. And words could never express how much we owe to you all. All we could ever do is hope to pay it forward to our patients and the future nursing students that we will no doubt take under our wing. We are honored to now be your fellow nurses. Finally, I want to invite us all to thank each other. I, for one, know I could not have made it to this point without my fellow classmates. Literally. I called Buki and Rachel on my way here and said, where is it again? So, I'm going to invite you all now just to perhaps close your eyes, and I want you to think about one of your classmates, someone who helped you, someone who called you, someone whose shoulder you cried on, and I want you to just in your heart thank that person, you know, and let's thank each other for being there for each other. It was a tough year. It was a year of pandemics. It was a year of new things, of new growth, and we could not have done it without each other. So, thank you all from the bottom of my heart, and I hope that you thank each other. And finally, I guess I should say a word of promise. Again, we're here not to glorify ourselves and not to have things for ourselves, but to do service. You know, people asked me this last year, what is it like being in the hospital? I mean, you probably picked the worst possible time to start nursing school. And I told them that couldn't be farther from the truth. This is exactly what we signed up for, to take care of people in their time of need. And so I feel honored, I feel blessed, I feel privileged to be one of you and to represent you just for a second. And for us all, I hope that we go on and have amazing careers and that we can at some point pay it back, everything that we've been through. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you. I thought the heels would help, but all right. Thank you, Vernon. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and move on pinning portion of the ceremony. So what we'll do again, just a quick reminder, as I read names, go ahead and come up, the student and whoever's pinning. You can stand here in front of the bush to get a little photo op, and then you can return back to your seats. I do, I got it. Thank you, Sean. Yes, thank you to Sean. Amazing. Putting all this together. All right, first student up is Renata Aguirre Mijares. And she is being pinned by her fiance, Nick Ginter. Yes. Red. That way, I want to take a picture. Next up is Aya Akeem. Aya is being pinned by her father, Mr. Khaled Akeem. Clicker is doing funny things. All right, next is Olubukayu Akiyemi, and she is being pinned by myself. So, all right, up next is Ashley Arsenault. Ashley is being pinned by her mom and her sister, Elizabeth and Ann Arsenault. Up next, we have Jordan Benavides, and I don't believe Jordan is here, so we will pin him virtually from home. Up next is Teresa Burnt. Teresa is being pinned by Rachel Schroer. Natalie Vogue is also being pinned at home by her family. Up next is Kimberly Stone Borger. Did it not go through across? No, it didn't. Erin Nicole Brown. Don't think is here, so we're going to pin virtually from home. By Alexander Brown. Jessica Bushler. Jessica is being pinned by her sister-in-law, Casey Bushler. We have another home pinning. This next student is Alyssa Carver. So we'll pause and Lucy Chisholm is also not present, but we're going to pin virtually. Up next, we have Peter Clowder. Here we go. And Peter is also not here, so we'll congratulate him. Paige Coleman is also not here, so congratulations. Sorry, y'all, I know this is a little strange, but this is COVID and we make it work. So, all right. Up next is Pragati Desai, who is being pinned by her family at home. Up next is Vernon Edmondson, and Vernon is being pinned by Olubukayu Akinyemi. Celebrating from home is Robert Egerton. Up next, we've got Amanda Frank. Amanda is being played by Drew Queen. Up next, we have Sasha Gabig, who is celebrating from home. Also celebrating at home is Annalisa Gonzalez. Also celebrating at home is Monica Gonzalez. Up next is Kevin Goodlett. Brooke Goodlett. Celebrating at home, we have Erica Greathouse. Also celebrating at home is Carlos Hernandez. Next, we've got Amy Hodges, who I believe is also celebrating at home. And we've got Sohu Brian Fong, and being pinned by his girlfriend, Tonla La. It is harder than it looks. Celebrating at home is Kara Horsfield. Up next, we've got Brianna Hubiera. Brianna is being pinned by her parents, Ivy and Simeon Hubiera. Ian Russell. Celebrating at home, we have McKay Kyle. And Lisa Lopez. And Karan Malik. Ingrid Mason. By Astrid Ramirez. Lauren McGettrick. Being pinned by Tyler, my fiance. Tyler, her fiance. Celebrating at home, we have Dara Meekins. Ashley Moran. Ashley is being pinned by Edgar Moran. Celebrating at home, Christina Nguyen. And Hong Nung Nguyen. Kathleen O'Brien. Kat Owen. Victoria Pacifico. Ashley Filco. By Jennifer Filco. Her mom. JJ Pruitt.
Let's go, JJ!
JJ is being pinned by Austin Mobley. Celebrating at home, Megan Romano. Rachel Schroer. By Tess Byrne. And the helicopter is making a return, so we might have to pause. Celebrating home, we have Ryan Scott. Julie Welch. Phelan Wells. Kelly Dyer Welty. Kelly is being filled by Pam Dyer. Hannah Yerby. Hannah is being pinned by Karsten Speed. Crystal Zavaleta. Pinned by her brother, Abel Zavaleta. And also celebrating at home, Leah Zamore. Congratulations to all of the nurses. Welcome Dr. Alex Garcia, the graduate advisor, up to lead the Nightingale Pledge.
Hey everybody, don't those pins look nice? Beautiful. So hi, I'm the graduate advisor. It's really great to see a lot of you in the flesh and not just on Zoom. I've met some of you, but I know all your names, so it's really great to put faces to names. I get to lead you in the Nightingale Pledge, which is written on the program, but before I do, I had to look up the Nightingale Pledge because, you know, we're university. What's that all about? Well, Nightingale didn't actually write it. It was written in 1893 and named for her in her honor, but written by another pioneering nurse named Lystra Redder, who lived in Michigan, and she was a nurse at a time when the profession was still pretty young. And she did a lot to advance nursing as a profession. That's pretty remarkable. So she shifted the model of nursing from a 1-year apprenticeship to a 3-year academic pursuit. You all did it in 1 year, but she thought people needed more time. She created nurse-run hospital wards. Believe it or not, before that, the hospital wards were run by nursing students. She wrote what is considered to be one of the first standardized textbooks for nursing. She created one of the first professional nursing libraries. She established an early visiting nurses association, and she was a founding member of groups that later became the American Nursing Association and the National League for Nursing, 2 organizations that are leaders in our nursing profession today. So to honor Lystra Greder and, of course, Florence Nightingale, and to all the contributions that you will make as nurses to advance this profession and keep it helping people in the best possible way, let's read the Nightingale Pledge and remember it was written in 1896. Okay, so here we go. I solemnly pledge. Please read along out loud. I solemnly pledge myself before God and the presence of this assembly to pass my life in purity and to practice my profession faithfully. I will abstain from whatever is deleterious and mischievous, and I will not take or knowingly administer any harmful drug. I will do all in my power to maintain and elevate the standard of my profession and I will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping and all family matters coming to my knowledge and the practice of my law. With loyalty, I will endeavor to aid all healthcare professionals in their work, and I will devote myself to the welfare of those committed to my time. So take those good kernels with you. And congratulations on your wonderful accomplishment.
All right, before we let you go into the world as nurses, I just want to say thank you to my fellow faculty who are here today, who got all of you through, right? So, on this planet. So, thank you to all the family, friends, significant others, partners, loved ones, fur babies, children who have helped support our students. I know it was a rough year, y'all. Trust me, it was a rough year, more than any other year, I think, with alternate entry students. And they would not have made it without y'all. So students, please turn to your loved ones and tell them thank you. You're welcome. Thank you. And to my AEs, I love y'all. We love you. It was an honor, it was a privilege to be your doula for the last year, and to see you as nurses and colleagues now is just amazing. I'm here if you ever need anything. You're welcome to come track me down. Finish your MSN, change the world, right? That's what our motto is at this university, is what starts here changes the world. What starts here in this school of nursing is really going to change the world of nursing. Congratulations. Oh, there are cookies and there's some more waters and things. You're welcome to help yourself individually wrapped, COVID, on your way out. Oh, yeah. You only got two?